I should have made a video about this weeks ago, if not even a couple months ago, but definitely weeks ago. I'm gonna play a video for you guys for a commercial of a television show. It has Victorian era themes going on in it. For those of you that don't know, Victorian era is about 1820 to about 1910-ish. Around that time, we call it the Victorian era because that's around the time Queen Victoria reigned. She reigned from about 1837, so 1830s, mid-30s, to 1901. But the Victorian era, once again, is from about 1820 to 1910. Pay attention to the wardrobe, pay attention to the background, pay attention to the gowns, right? Pay attention to all of these things that's going on, and we're going to talk about and explain why these things are so important after this clip. So I'm going to play the clip for you guys, and we'll speak about it afterwards, and I'll pause right here.
We're in a fairy tale, and I'm ready to fall in love.
Once upon a time,
Modern dating, it's not working.
a young woman began a quest for true love.
We're in a fairy tale.
You've been transported back in time.
Can the old ways of courtship lead to new romance?
More etiquette and being proper and chivalry. I'm loving this.
A journey where swiping is out and courting is in.
I hear the thunder of 19th century booties.
Wait, booties? They're gorgeous. I don't even know how to explain it.
Are you flirting with me?
No, yes. You ready to catch me?
Excuse us.
They jumped in my honor. It's kind of hot.
Sorry, I can't dance right now. I know what's going on. I know that you're not here for me.
The gloves are literally off.
15 other dudes and one girl.
May the best man win.
I'd like to introduce the court.
I'm introducing all of them to my parents right from the start.
We're here to help Nicole find men who value family.
Meeting the parents before I even technically go on a date.
What are your intentions? So, like, what are you looking for?
I am just dude next door.
I'm like, where can I get a corn dog around here?
Bloody hell.
You didn't have to be with her last night. You're hiding this from her family.
Oh, God. I don't know if I can keep doing this. Sorry. It's scary feeling feelings for multiple men. I'm just happy.
You're going to be choosing the gentleman that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Are you ready?
Never been more ready.
I have somebody that I'm meant to be with.
The Courtship premieres Sunday, March 6th on NBC.
Now that y'all have seen that, y'all tell me, someone tell me, that we don't now know that these people are paying attention to what we're saying on social media. There is no way now that anyone can say that these people did not see the comments that black women were putting when Meghan Markle got married to Prince Harry. No one can say that they don't see the comments from black women all over the internet insulting and demeaning black men and bringing it all the way back to slavery, right? What did Channing Dungey say, right? From ABC, Wish Fulfillment TV, right? There's television that's more based on reality. And then some people, we give them wish fulfillment television. Channing Dungey's words, by the way. This is a black woman, right? They made an unambiguously black woman the princess to be waited on hand and feet by different men of different backgrounds, different races, different ethnicities, right? And they gave her the Victorian era treatment. She's wearing a gown. She has the men in the show are dressed like the men from the Victorian era, right? This is emotional fentanyl, right? This is representation fentanyl. This is psychological fentanyl. I know I said crack in the title. No, this is way stronger than crack, right? Let's be very clear about what was going on during the Victorian era. The British were going around the planet, literally, I'm not joking, literally raping, pillaging, conquering, murdering, stealing. I know we throw those words around in this space, like, you know, just throwing it around like these words don't have any meaning. No, the British were literally doing these things. And then what you do now, because of the position that white people have put black people in, and the supremely low position of black women in this society, socioeconomically, instead of doing the things to actually help better black women, you sell them on fantasy and wish fulfillment, right? You sell them on fantasy and wish fulfillment. Meanwhile, the actual marriage rate, not just for black people, the actual marriage rate in America is going to the dumps. The actual birth rate across the West and the developed world, and yes, even in America, and yes, even in the black community, is going to the dumps, right? Wages are stagnant, and you sell black women, the socioeconomic bottom of women in this society in the Western world. You sell them on the princess treatment during the Victorian era, when in actuality during the Victorian era, they were either slaves with black men in the Americas or being colonized with black men on the continent of Africa. Let me say that again for y'all. Black women with black men were being either forced to be enslaved all across the Americas, that's North and South America, all through the Caribbean, or they were being colonized and sometimes also enslaved on the continent of Africa. Once again, literally raped, pillaged, murdered, stolen from, conquered. I know there's certain black women that like to throw out that word, oh, y'all are conquered, y'all are conquered. These people are now trying to conquer your mind even more than they already have with this wish fulfillment television, right? Once again, instead of encouraging marriage, instead of doing the things that are actually would be beneficial for black women, right? Creating a system that actually helps black women, black men also, by the way, encouraging marriage, you know, to the one group of people that are the most likely to marry black women, black men. Instead of doing those things, you push black women to go to college and to be in at least $20,000 in student loan debt, if not all the way up to $250,000 in student loan debt. You push them to do the whole strong and independent thing for decades. And then when you see the desperation for some positive representation, you sell them on living vicariously through this one unambiguously black woman with the princess treatment during the Victorian era. And for those of you, once again, if you missed the beginning, the Victorian era was about 1820 to about 1910, even though Queen Victoria lived from about, I think she reigned from about 1837, if I'm not mistaken, to 1901, right? So this is what this system is doing. I want to also give a warning to black men. Let us not also get placated this easily and ego stroked this easily with wish fulfillment movies and television that show us in some grandiose light, when in actuality, during that time and during that era, we were on the bottom. We're still kind of on the bottom, right? There is no way that anyone can now say that these people are not paying attention to the comments going on online and what black women are actually saying in person. These people are paying attention. Are they going to actually do something substantive about it? No. But what they will do is find interesting ways of making money and continuing the feud in the black community by pushing this type of propaganda. This is, don't be mistaken, this is propaganda. Like I said earlier, this is psychological fentanyl. This is emotional fentanyl. This is representation fentanyl. You done turned a black woman into a literal princess for however long this show is being cast. Whether it's a month or 3 months or 6 months or however long. And having different races of men waiting on her hand and feet. This is not, once again, I'm not so concerned with black women here as much as I am telling black men, look at how insidious and underhanded, right, and sinister these particular people are. Primarily, once again, rich white racist men who actually don't care about black women and their female counterparts. And yes, black women are going to eat this up. And for those of you in the dating scene, my apologies. Because if you thought black women were delusional before, now that white racist society has seen what's going on over the past few years all over social media, oh, they're about to make crazy money off of selling black women this type of representation. Right? Yeah, we know in actuality we enslaved you and colonized you during this era in this time, but we're about to sell you on you being a princess and being a queen and being conquerors during this time. And I think I'm coming to a close. Y'all go ahead, please like, share, and subscribe. Definitely comment. I like to see the comments. I like to interact with you guys. If there's any black women that are subscribed to me, please comment and let me know what you think. If it is Mr. Z just taking this out of proportion, is this not that serious? Or is what I'm saying, does it actually have some credence, right? Something to consider. And I'll pause right there. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Mr. Z out.